Hey there, friends at home and around the world. So, Karissa was asking if I could help her rearrange her room a little bit. And so, she wanted the closet doors back on her closet. They do need a little bit of tweaking because they weren't working quite right, but they are two full length mirrored doors. And I don't know if you can see them in this video, but they're all the way in the back of this room. And this room is a mess. This is currently a storage room, and I am almost never in here. The kids just take toys in and out as they need toys to play with, or depending on the age of kids coming over. Like if we have little kids coming over, because our kids are not that young anymore, then a lot of the baby toys get put away. So if we have younger kids coming, they'll pull those out. But we've got outdoor gear in here, swimming stuff, baseball, the guitar's in here, the amp is in here, and a whole whack load of toys. So I can't even get to those closet doors until we have this room cleaned up. So I hope you're very motivated by this. I hope you get a lot of inspiration, and let's tackle this. They also have crafting supplies in here, and so with that, I'm finding markers, pens, pencils, erasers, crayons, pencil crayons, and papers all over the place. Some of which are garbage, some of which just need to be put in the right spots. Oh, and stickers and beads and anything else that you can imagine that we might own that goes with crafting. So there's just so much mess all over in here. The kids are kind of off camera and they are taking things as needed, putting them in their places, helping sort things that are important to them, and all that good stuff. This is going to be a team effort. Here we also even have a pile of clothing to go to the local thrift shops. We have all kinds of stuff. This is like the catch-all of the house, along with the office. Our office and this room seem to be the catch-alls of everything in the house. Does anybody else have rooms in their house like that? We don't have an attic where we can store stuff, so this is what we're left with. I know I could give some of these toys for younger kids away or sell them, etc., but I really appreciated it that my mom, between myself and my mom, a lot of toys that we had growing up were hung on to if they weren't broken, and so that meant that when younger kids came over, they still had something to play with, and that's how it has been for us. Before our kids were till the age of playing, if nieces, nephews, friends with kids already came over, then we had toys for them. And now when other kids come over who are younger than our kids, then they still have something to play with. And once our kids are grown up, and you know, if we have friends over who would have younger kids, or if I'm babysitting, anything like that, then I would still have toys available for those younger kids to play with. And also, I know this is like way in the future, but once my kids would all be off in their own houses, and if they get married or not married and have young kids coming to their places, then instead of having to go out and buy toys, they would have the option of saving their money and allowing the visiting children to play with their toys from growing up. And sometimes new toys are better,
but sometimes you just can't get anything like the toys from back when. So I have really appreciated the toys that I have kept. They have been special. Our kids have really, really enjoyed seeing them, and there are some toys like things that we got in the Dairy Queen kids meals back when they used to offer toys and we would collect those toys, me and my youngest brother. There are toys that I have from that my kids have loved, and I don't see toys like that anywhere anymore. I mean, maybe there would be something similar, but not like what I got from that. And so it's just fun for our kids to see, what mom played with. And I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling now already, but yeah, our kids have had a lot of fun with that, and they have said many times over they're so excited and glad that I kept stuff from when I was young for them to see. Ew, it was so gross in this container. There was like a big dead spider, and oh, I kept expecting to find some live spiders in this room with how big the mess was. But nope, it was just that one dead one. I was very happy to see that that was all that we found in the spider department. And oh, all the random things that we found, like that piece of plastic and a satellite dish or internet dish. Maybe there's a difference. I'm not into all that kind of stuff, so I don't know. Sorry if I got that wrong. But man, brackets for shelving and all kinds. You can't see it, but above my head on that back wall, above that tool table, there is a small shelf up there, so that's where I was putting those kinds of items. Before we started to use this room as a storage room, we called it the craft room. And the kids had all their craft stuff in here, so there are so many sparkles stuck into this rug. It doesn't seem to matter how much I vacuum, I never get all the sparkles. Alright, we are finally to these doors, and in front of the doors yet are some closet doors, actually from our closet in our bedroom, and we never put them back on because we always had them open anyway, so it seemed pointless. They just took up space. We had to walk around them. We've much more enjoyed not having our closet doors on, and also the railings for the boys' bunk beds, which actually the bunk beds could be put together or they can be used individually. And so the girls are actually using the bunk beds separately right now, and then the boys are using the loft bed in their room. That way they still had the fun of climbing up a ladder, but they also had the space to play underneath because the two boys are sharing a smaller room, and so that just gave them more room. But anyways, we finally made it to these doors, and they are beasts. They are quite heavy and awkward. But look at that, we got it all cleaned up, got the horse moved back in here, the kids can get to what they need to, and everything is safely tucked away again, and yet can be reached. Woohoo! So first I wanted to see if possibly I could fix this track on the floor of her closet, but this track is completely shot and it doesn't match with the new track system that I bought. I didn't even see this style anywhere at the store. So I'm going to see what I can figure out. Now, the last time these doors were set up was when our oldest was in this room, and she was, I think, 3 or 4 years old when she first moved into this room. And so she had put stickers on these doors, and that's what we're going to end up trying to clean off here. I've cut almost all of that out because I realized the camera was not quite pointing in the right place, and it was such slow going. So the baking soda by far was what worked the best to get those stickers off. I think just the sheer abrasiveness, like a safe abrasiveness, because we wouldn't want to scratch the mirrors. But yeah, the abrasiveness of the baking soda was what worked the best for getting those stickers off, and then it right away attached to the stickers if there was any stickiness left. And so it just meant we had to vacuum the floor when we were done, and that was pretty easy to do. So the cleanup was easy, and then I wasn't using a poisonous chemical, which Goo has its place. I'm not 100% against all chemicals. I just prefer not to use them if I don't have to.
Alright, so we will have to get new hardware for around these doors, but this is what it's going to be like. Maybe we'll just get a whole new door system for around these mirrors. I'm not sure. That one does have a big crack in it, but
that doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter to you. But then she can have closet doors again and a nice full-length mirror. We've got that one all clean, so I think we'll put this one to the back then, once we would have the new hardware.
She had also been in the process of rearranging her room, and we've had trouble with this cute little dresser multiple times. It is quite antique already, and so these brackets that are holding the mirror onto the back keep having trouble. Actually, now that I'm watching the video, I wonder if we would be better off just putting an entire new piece of board onto the back of this dresser, something a lot stronger than what's on there, because it's just a very, very thin sheet of board that's on the back, almost like paneling. So I wonder if we would put something like plywood on the back. Yeah, just something a lot stronger. But I did go to the garage and find a piece of wood that I could cut in half and make 2 little pieces to strengthen it from the inside.
So it looks like that's going to work until the next time that we need to move the dresser or fix any issues again. So here we are in the bathroom downstairs, and I swiped a few pieces off of these closet doors, like these whole edge pieces that run along here, and then we reinforced these doors because they're just a sheet of paneling, and so we put a little board down the middle to make it stronger and a board across the top, screwed that on, and then we installed the wheels that came with the new track because it's the same type of track as this one here. Hey! So to work with these doors in her room, these pieces were needed, and I mean here it's already coming off. So I can bump that on there, but yeah, that's how hers are hanging now. They're hanging on the same, so this is the new track here, and these same wheels fit into the track, but they're already attached to this frame. And to get frame like this, the only way we could do it was to buy whole new mirror doors, which was, oh wow, I think like upwards to $500, $600 or more. And we just weren't willing to do that. These doors are plenty good enough. We put the correct one to the back just like she wanted. And this way at least she can close her closet doors and have privacy, because this one's a little tighter. That one is hooking on the rug a little too. So she just has to be really careful now. See, it's hooking on the rug down there, and so she just has to be really careful with that until we figure out how we're going to do that. But there's a vent up there for the ducting, and the duct work keeps coming off of there, and with the fireplace it's not getting used anyways, and so we quit trying to put it back on. But sometimes she just didn't feel like she had privacy. Sometimes siblings like to be annoying and they would peek through there into her room, so it just made her feel better to be able to have that closed off. But that's what I did. I went and swiped these edge pieces with the wheel already attached from the other bathroom closet doors there, attached them onto here. They just slipped right on, and they are bent. So like this one is staying on a lot better. You can see it's almost tight to the top piece, and same with at the bottom. And the rest of these look like they're all staying on fairly well too. So that's what her room looks like now. Her beautiful closet doors, big mirrored closet doors, and still the tools to clean up. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!